Oh my God. Deni Avdija is a defensive menace. I have said continuously, okay? I believe this guy has the potential to be a mix of Hito Turkoglu and Lamar Odom. And people don't remember when Lamar Odom first started out, this guy was averaging like 1.5 steals and 1.5 blocks a game. Like Lamar Odom, similarly, like Deni Avdija, was not an explosive athlete. But like, look, Deni Avdija is a defensive menace. And Wes Unseld Jr., the John Hawkins alum, is using him correctly. And last year, Deni Avdija was criminally misutilized by Scott Brooks. And part of the process, what we've seen Deni Avdija is with him is that people are targeting. Teams are trying to target him. He shut down like Brandon Ingram tonight. He shut down Giannis before, okay? Deni Avdija is young. And as Deni Avdija has admitted himself, he knows he's not the most explosive athlete on the floor. That said, he's got excellent size at 6'9", with a similar wingspan of being about 6'9", almost 6'10", and he can guard literally all 5 positions: point guards, shooting guards, small forwards, power forwards, centers, whatever you want to call them now, wings, guards, centers. That's technically the 3 positions now. He can guard them all. He does a great job of moving his feet, switching his hips. People don't think it's about your feet and your hips, because as soon as you give space, because when you guard, if anybody play basketball or anything, you want to move your hips like this. So if he's going left, you want to swing this way. If he's going right, you know what I mean? You want to move like this. As soon as you try to go out there, that's when they can get you on a bite. And he's done a great job keeping guys in front of him at all times. He keeps his opponent in front of him by moving his feet and his hips at all time. And this allows him to be an incredible shot contester. And right now, I think it's like he's keeping his opponents under 40% from the field shooting percentage. Okay, he's like the best defender on this team. And per 36, he's averaging a ridiculous amount, okay? Deni Avdija is a stud. And tonight, if you look at the box score, he only had 2 steals or 1 block, but he threw up the X's symbol to the bench, okay? He is a stud on the defensive. The things he does defensively, clogging up passing lanes, contesting shots. If they should be a shot contesting measure, because he probably has 10 contested shots, 20 contested shots a game, okay? Deflecting passes, okay? And basically baiting. Sometimes he's like a safety, just kind of being there, because he uses his high basketball IQ and his good basketball instincts, okay? And he knows what he isn't, which is an explosive athlete. So he has to use his smarts, and this is why his game is going to develop incredibly, okay? And Deni Avdija, in my opinion, is going to be an all-star. He's an all-NBA caliber defender, in my opinion, okay? He is incredible. And the thing is right now, per 36 minutes, he's averaging 1.5 blocks and a steal a game. And really on the season, he's averaging a steal a game and half a block. He's been something else, okay? And one of my favorite parts about this team, this Wizards team, the collectiveness of them, everyone plays defense, okay? Nobody sits out on a position on defense, okay? Wes Unseld is like the nicer version of Tom Thibodeau when it comes to defense. Like, Tom Thibodeau is a scary man. Wes Unseld seems like the guy, let's play hard defense, boys. Let's get it. He seems like a friendly guy. He's literally lived being a coach's son, okay? And his dad is like one of, if not the greatest wizard of all time, arguably, unless you consider John Wall or Bradley Beal better than him, but I mean, that's up to you. But if you look at Deni Avdija in November, okay, right now, this young man has been phenomenal. Okay, Deni Avdija for November is averaging a steal and a block a game, basically on 22 minutes. 5 rebounds. And once this shooting comes around, like for November, Deni Avdija has been shooting 41%. I'm telling you, this guy can create. Right now, they're not using him as a creator. I truly believe that they should start running the second unit with Deni Avdija and Aaron Holiday. Aaron Holiday is the primary playmaker, and then you have, Deni Avdija being the secondary playmaker, even when it's just Bradley Beal and Deni Avdija, or if it's just Spencer Dinwiddie, Deni Avdija, and Bradley Beal's on the bench, or if Spencer Dinwiddie's on the bench. Deni Avdija can be the secondary playmaker on the floor, okay? Like, I think really if Aaron Holiday, Raul Neto are in the game and Deni Avdija in the game, they can be splitting, ball handling duties. I think they really should be doing that. If Bradley Beal's in the game and Spencer isn't, okay, Bradley Beal and Deni Avdija split it, okay? And Beal's on the bench and Spencer's in, they split it, because Deni Avdija needs to be utilized. He's great off ball. He's showing what he can do defensively already, but he is so good, okay? Deni Avdija, I'm telling you, is a mix of Lamar Odom and Hito Turkoglu, okay? And why I say Hedo Turkoglu is people don't realize Hedo Turkoglu in 2008, I saw him personally live multiple times. And what he was able to do in 2008 when he was on the Orlando, he was basically averaging a steal a game with 6 rebounds and like 5 assists a game on 20 points a night. And I think that's a attainable stat line for Deni Avdija, which is, 19 and a half points right here. This was 2007 to 2008 Hedo Turkoglu. 45% from the field, 40% from 3, 5.7 rebounds, 5 assists, a steal a game, and half a block. I believe he probably should have. I think Deni Avdija could be a guy who averages a steal and a block a game with 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 45% from the field, 40% from 3, averaging 19, 20 points a game, okay? While being one of the best two-way players in the league. I think he's really the guy you need in a championship roster. Like, that's how I feel that strong about him, okay? Am I wrong? Is that me being like over optimistic on him? Like just thinking that he's something that he might not be? But I think he deserves all the hype that I'm giving him. All the smoke that he's getting right now from me is literally well deserved, okay? This guy is a stud. And I don't think people realize how good he is. I'm honestly saying that I think people need to start realizing that Deni Avdija is a phenom and probably one of the best in the NBA, in my opinion, in terms of young talent, like how good he's going to be. So I think people need to start noticing him. That's it for me.